Where is everybody? Hey Lillian. I was wondering, I said, who's gonna be on first? So how you doing? Let me show you my flower bed real quick. Now, it's not finished, but this is what I did so far. So let me show you. Okay, here's the flower bed, Lillian. Hey, Lynn. All right, this is the flower bed. Now, I bought me some plants. Some of them are fake. Now, as you can see, the bigger ones, like this one, that one, that one, that one, those are fake, as anyone could see. I bought that at the Dollar Tree. So let me show you what I did so far. And I bought pansies and lilies. So this is the flower bed for the first part. So Lillian, we talked about this yesterday when I was getting out the house, getting out the car. So let me show you real quick. See, look. I didn't finish putting down the mulch. That's the black mulch. So I still got plenty of bags in the garage. As you can see from the back, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 10 bags to put down. So I'll probably do that this weekend. Finish out putting, thanks Lynn. And then here's the knockout rose. And look how it grew. I had cut this down to nothing about 3 weeks ago. And look how pretty it just blossomed. So I need to start pruning more. So that's just the update of the little garden. Of course, on this side, there's nothing there yet. I just put down 2 bags of the heavy one. The video is buffering on my end. Oh, it's still buffering. So check that out. Then of course, where that big tree is, I'll probably buy me some more Dollar Tree flowers, fake flowers. Put it right out there. And I need to get more dirt or topsoil. And that pretty much will be it. Knockout will always come back no matter how much you cut it back. Exactly. And trust me, this knockout rose, it blossomed in weeks because there was nothing there. So I know I need to always prune it to get those pretty pink flowers. Okay, let me turn it back around. So, and look at my neighbor across the street. It looks, I need to go right over there and look. Let me show y'all neighbors across the street. Oops, I don't know if y'all can see that. Well, that might be too far back. Well, anywho. All right, let me get my groceries at the car and then I'm gonna sit down. Give y'all some updates. Oh, I don't know what happened. It doesn't seem to be buffering on my end. So, anywho's, where's my key? Ugh. Ugh. All right. So, anyways, it's been how many days? Hey, what your cats doing, boy? They must know when I'm coming home. Quit it. Look at those cats. They looking out the window. Look at that. They all out the window. Looking through the screen and everything. They can't be hungry because I left them plenty of food before I left this morning. Look at that. Pulling down the shade and everything. Oh. At least I know one thing. They're gonna probably be their pattern or their habit. They're gonna hear the car and they're gonna immediately run to the door, to the window. I gave them some freedom yesterday. When I got home, I had opened the back door and let them walk around in the backyard last night. And they pretty much, they've grown, I could tell you that. So, look at that damn, see, that damn, look at that, I can hear them. What do y'all want? But those are my two babies. At least I know they be waiting for me to come home. Oh, so tired. But let me tell you, I ain't gonna tell y'all where I worked. Lily, I'll tell you a little bit about it. So, hey. Oh, let me put some, hold on y'all, let me put this phone down for a minute. What do y'all want? Alright, I'm back. Oops. Alright, I'm back. Look at them two. What do y'all want? Y'all can't be hungry. Can't be. Look at that. They still got a little bit of food left in that dish. But, okay. So, let me tell y'all. Let me see. Hey, Socks. Hey, man. Let me see. They must be hungry. I don't know. They sure drinking up that cup water. Let me see. What y'all want? I know y'all don't want no food. Give them, hold on a second, boy. Yeah, they sure want treats. But, let me feed them about. And let me feed this little cat food can. They seem to really, let me see. What do y'all want? They probably just want to play. That's probably what it is. Play, have fun. Play, have fun. Get. I wonder if I should give them each their own can, or they could eat from that one can of tuna. Because that looked like a lot. Yeah, I give them each one of their own can. Then after that, they be a little bit too greedy. Let me see. Okay, you eat one, and you eat one. See, look, they eating out of the double bowl. Anywho, So it's been not quite a week yet. Tomorrow will be 1 week since I started going back to work. And so far it's going pretty good, you know. And of course, like I said, it's different coming from working full-time with these gig jobs, and after 2 years, let me see, it's been about two years and about 3 months, not quite 2 years, not quite 2.5 years, but for the last couple of months, I've been really slowing down in terms of doing the gig jobs. Exactly. Eating out of house and home. I'm gonna have to order their cat food online and start getting me like huge big bags, because I know that me spending $4, $5 here for food that lasts about a week, I'm probably better off getting like maybe a big bag. So I'm gonna start doing that. But anywho, back to the topic at hand. Going back to work is very it's different. It's different because once you go back to work full time after doing these gig jobs on a full-time basis, it's really hard to transition to doing it part-time, especially after working 8 hours a day. Now, it's not strenuous or anything like that where I'm tired. It's just like it gets to the point where when I get off of work, I'll be ready to go home, and it's kind of hard to just leave from work and then go straight to doing a gig job. Now, if I was doing Deliv, on the other hand, and I know I have a scheduled time and I have deliveries to do, because it will show up once I logged on. If I have a delivery, then it's, I just go straight to wherever I need to go. But if there's nothing going through, then I have to wait. And then after a certain time, I usually try to start doing Deliv at 4, maybe about 3 o'clock. And then I have 15 minutes to confirm the schedule when I'm on schedule. Now, Lynn, I know you got that notification about the new app that Deliv started implementing. I was one of the testers, beta testers, for a few weeks when they rolled it out. And I gave them my feedback about it. So I don't know if I say I like the new app for Deliv or they should go back to the old one, but now they're going to be going with that new delivery app. It's supposed to be cleaner and easier, but to me, it seems a little bit, I don't know, because I haven't been getting my 20 hours a week like I normally get. And yesterday I was on schedule for Deliv from 3 to 9 o'clock, and I didn't get any orders. Hey, what type of work are you doing now? Tired of driving Uber, Lyft, and we'll be looking after I pass my insurance exam. We'll go to Deliv next week. Oh, okay, Tammy. Send me an email, because I don't want to really disclose who I work for. And if you're getting your insurance, if you study for your insurance exam, it's a company that I work for. They'll be looking to hire. So I can't disclose clients. But send me an email, Tammy. It's tsmallwood68@gmail.com. Oh, tsmallwood68@gmail.com. What I could tell you, I don't know which state do you live in, Tammy? Because it's a company that I work with. They're going to have a new client dealing with insurance. And they paid like 17. No, if you have your license, you pass it, they were supposed to pay $17, $18 an hour. But I'll give you the details when you email me back. Is that? Oops, is that correct? Yep. Oh, you live in Covington? Okay, perfect. Send me an email. Send me your email with your name and address and phone number, and I'll give you a call, and I'll tell you the specifics detailed, because the company I work for, they're looking for people who are licensed insurance agents, and they're gonna start in a couple months. So just give me a call and your email, and I'll let you know. I can't disclose that over on the live stream, because they was working with another company that's about to end, and I found out that they was people call in, so it's not a. I sure wish I wish I knew about it before, but I'm gonna look into trying to study to get my insurance license, and the fact that a lot of companies are hiring for people who are licensed insurance agents, walking on the, walking door to door, doing hard selling. Basically, a lot of people are calling in for insurance, and they are paying, they was paying this particular company this company I work for. I was speaking to someone today at work, and I was asking them about it, and they told me they was paying 17 an hour plus whatever commission, but she wouldn't tell me. She was very discreet, but I knew they was paying hourly. So just send me an email. I'll respond today and give you the scoop. So anyways, it's been a little bit hard trying to do Uber Eats, not Uber Eats, because I don't do Uber Eats anymore. Amazon Flex, and Amazon Flex. When I turn on Amazon Flex, in the minute I turn it on and it'll be available, they have like 4 or 5 blocks for deliveries, but it's like 5 o'clock, 5 to 8, 5 to 8:30, 5:15 to whatever, and then I don't feel like going to Lawrenceville. My friend is an insurance broker. She gets commission. Nice pay. Ooh, that's good too. I was trying to get on with Aflac, and I had signed up with Aflac when I was playing the game Word, and I didn't hear anything back from them. So, but whatever. If I hear from them, I hear from them. But I'm not trying to do insurance and be that primary income, because most of the time you get paid commission, and it takes a while to build up a clientele. But if you are an insurance agent, whether you do State Farm, Allstate, it's pretty good money. It's pretty good. So, I would like to do that on the side and be more like an independent contractor, and try to work that on the weekends and maybe late afternoons, or however they choose to market it. But I don't know, I'm gonna look into that further. Someone told me about this a year ago, and if you could sell once you get in the role of getting clients, it's pretty good. Now, I'm going to try, my friend, I'm going to try to put myself back on doing Zifty on the weekends, because Zifty is a food delivery company here in Georgia. And let me tell you how I know people are fed up with doing these food apps, or these apps in general. Because what y'all want? I know y'all didn't just beg me. Y'all ain't not knew they wasn't eating all that food. They ate some, but they ain't ate that much. Y'all weren't hungry. Y'all just waiting for me to get home. So, let me tell you, doing these apps, I could tell, at least in Georgia, I think a lot of people are getting a little bit wary. And to be honest, if you were looking for a regular job, you could really find a pretty good one. Not a good one. I ain't gonna say good pay, but you can find a job, you know. And they may pay $20, $25, $30 an hour, but this is the time of year where a lot of companies start hiring again. And they're gonna start hiring again, like especially these business solution companies in the area of insurance, customer service. And the average pay is going to anywhere between about $15, $14, $15 an hour. Now, you may say, well, that's not a lot of money, but when you consider that the average hourly wage that people make doing these deliveries is around 14, 12, maybe 15 if you're lucky. But by the time you end up spending all that money in gas, you're not making you're making below minimum wage. Now, a lot of people like to argue when they had did that study, that's not true. Nah, 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 nah. It is true. Because let me tell you, I don't think if you do this for 2 years, whether you do food deliveries, groceries, pick up packages, 2 years of doing this full time, it really puts a lot of tear on your car to the point where you may have to buy another one, or you're going to have to spend a lot of money in repairs. Hold on for y'all. I'll be back in a minute. Hold on a second. Hold the thought.
Plans are designed to give extra benefit to people who have limited income or resources. Many of our plans combine parts A and B, hospital and doctor coverage, and your prescription drug coverage into one plan at no extra cost. Take advantage of zero or low monthly plan premiums and zero or low copays. With a Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare, you get more benefits than with original Medicare. Plus, access to a large network of local and regional doctors and hospitals. Call now to talk about plan options. We can answer questions and help you enroll over the phone. Call 1-866-907-0773. That's 1-866-907-0773.
John! Hey, John! Cool question for you. No, mate, there's no actual beans in the beanstalk. It's just a name. It's not that. It's... Doesn't the giant normally say fee, fi, fi? I guess he decided to get rid of fees.
Unlike cable providers, internet with AT&T Fiber means the price you see is the price you pay. Now get our best price ever. $40 a month for 300 megabits per second internet. No extra monthly fees. More for your thing. That's our thing. Call 1-877 only ATT.
Time and Temperature brought to you by John Foy & Associates Personal Injury Law.
Attorney Ken Nugent's office is a proud sponsor of CBS 46 Cares Books to Kids.
Give her time. I'm sure Jill will see you were coming from a good place.
I hope so. I really don't want to lose her as a friend.
When I got pregnant with this one, I had a friend who didn't think it was a good idea. I came this close to having an abortion.
What?
I told you this.
Wouldn't remember.
Calm down. I didn't do it.
Who told you to get rid of me?
Well, you don't know her because I never spoke to her again. That's my point. That might happen between you and Jill.
Wait, so in one breath you just told me that you almost aborted me and I may lose one of my best friends forever. What kind of pep talk is that?
Oh my God, you get mad at me when I pay attention, you get mad at me when I don't pay attention.
Well. Another private gathering.
Don't be silly. It's not private.
Yeah, we just forgot about you.
Oh, okay then. So what's going on?
Alright, y'all, I'm back. Whew. So, anywho, like I was saying, I just think that after 2.5 years doing this full time, doing these gig jobs, it gets to the point where these companies are taking more and more and more. They're paying less, and less. And I'm not saying it's not worth it, because it served the purpose that it served, which basically was to supplement my income, or better yet, supplement my savings plan while I look for a job. And it served its purpose, you know. But after 2 years or so, one thing I start to notice is that if you ever plan on going back in the workforce, you don't want too much time to lapse from your previous job. What I mean by that is, when I left the IRS, Uber sent out a survey yesterday asking how sad I was driving Uber. I haven't reported yet. Man, give them a big fat 0. Food deliveries part-time gives me $1,000 to $1,200 a month extra, but it's $100 to $150 a month in gas. I have an SUV. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. If you're doing this full-time, not full-time, if you're doing this part-time, it's good money on the sense that you could make an extra $1,200 a month. And these commercials, especially Uber, when Uber came out, you know, when they were talking about focusing on the commercials, was focusing on drivers. When they first came out, they was focusing on drivers, saying, oh, it's a good way to make extra money while you do other things. They never said in the Uber and Lyft, for that matter, that this will be a great opportunity to do this full time. They never said that. They never made that claim. They never. They purpose, when it was focusing on the commercials, was focusing on drivers, about making money. It was to make spare change. And that's exactly what the commercials was the message was given. Oh, concentrate on your music, or concentrate on establishing your own business, doing something else, and be an Uber driver in the meantime. They never said, oh, do Uber full-time and you can make a career. They never said that. It's not the Army. It's not one of those Navy, you know, come join the Marines, come join the Navy, come join the Army full-time and make it a career. Uber never made that claim. They never will. Now, all of a sudden, I ain't gonna say all of a sudden, now you don't hear that commercial anymore. Now what you hear the focus is on? The focus is on, the latest commercial. Y'all seen it. The woman is in those going to the hospital, having a baby, and she's taking an Uber with her husband. Or the father took Uber to go home to meet his daughter. Or the person was taking Uber to go out on a date. You know, so they focusing on the consumer part of it. Yeah, it is. It's all too saturated. So now they focusing on, even when you look at mainstream TV shows, you hear them in the script. Oh, they can just take Uber and go home. You know, people are now the whole focus is, oh, you could take just take a Uber, and you could, nobody's focusing on about buying a car or taking a bus. So now they made it to the point where nobody buys a car. And to be honest, if you take Uber on a regular basis to get to and from home, and you probably spend less in a car note and insurance. You add insurance, gas, car note, you probably paying, if you have a certain money set aside to say, okay, I need to take Uber, because when I get off from work, I see a lot of people not a lot, I see quite a few people waiting for their ride, and they either gonna take an Uber. The days of $800 and 20 hours are gone. And again, exactly. What is it, 800 or 1800? Exactly. 20 hours you can make $800. 40 hours, you know, you hear people talk about they make $1,600 a week. Where are all those people at? And let me tell you, the ones who's probably making that, they probably working the maximum number of hours that's allowed. If Uber said, okay, you could drive 12 hours a day, they probably driving 12, they probably out there 12 hours a day doing it. For real. You know? Because you have to make at least $150 a day. Just, you know, and then you doing that every day. For you to make $1,250 a week. That's driving every day, making 100 and something. And that means you staying out there to make that. And you know how long it probably take to do that, you know? They're not doing it. The rates are down across the... Exactly. Someone made a video this morning. What's her name? The one from Chicago. She has that real... I don't know. She has like that high pitch. Sometimes she has... What is her name? I can't remember. But anyway, she made a video early this morning because my phone is on. Because I have, you know, wake up with the alarm. And it'll pop up if she was doing a live stream. And she did a live stream early this morning about some protester out there. All the way out there in the Uber headquarters, got body slammed from a security guard. And it was all on YouTube. And I haven't heard it on the mainstream news. But they were still protesting about the rates. They were still protesting and fighting about increase. I said, you know what? Y'all can forget it. If they haven't done it now, they're never going to do it. Because they know they got people waiting just to do it, you know? And I even like people who I see come at my job, people who order food, you know, occasionally I'll see someone from maybe Uber Eats or Grubhub or whatever, and they're delivering food to someone, and they don't look happy. You know, they don't look happy, and you could tell that they are in desperate need of a job. Now, Amazon, with their $15 per hour, all across the board, if I knew Amazon was going to start doing that, I would have kept that part-time. I would have kept that part-time job, working at that assortment center out there in Smyrna. No, I wouldn't have worked for no 1 o'clock in the morning until 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, lifting those boxes. I'm getting too old to be doing that. But I would have found me an easy position within the fulfillment center where I didn't have to do all that heavy lifting in boxes. I would have probably been the one who go out there and just do the easy work and process the boxes and the packages, and not even taking stuff off the truck, sorting them, you know, because if I knew they had those positions, which was during the daytime, they got it easy. I was like, shoot, when I found out that during the daytime they're not doing nothing, I said, well, dang, I should have took an early morning schedule and did that part-time, and that wouldn't have been hard. And then for $15 an hour that Amazon has done, they are advertising Jefferson, Georgia. Now, I don't know where everyone else lives, but go online at Amazon and see if they are hiring work from home jobs. And that's the other part of my discussion, the work from home jobs. Now, there's a website called RAT, like rat, R-A-T, race.
It's not the alarm. The doorbell won't
Redemption. Wait. Rat Race Rebellion. Let me take that back. RatRaceRebellion.com. That's an information site that pretty much put all the resources together for work at home jobs. And one of the company I work for is hiring people to work from home too. They don't pay that much, but the company I work with, is hiring as well. Driving representatives to work from home. And if you want to know the company I work for, to work from home, send me an email too, because they give a referral. I get $100, you get $100, but after 60 days. So, you know. But they're a business solution company, and they hire for customer service, sales. There's a whole bunch of positions and companies across the country that they're hiring for, and they pay anywhere from $12 to $15 an hour. Now, that might not be a lot, but at the same time, it's better than nothing. And two, it kind of not put that gap in your resume. I think you don't want to put yourself out too much out of the workforce. You know, 2 years, and then you haven't worked anywhere, and you say, well, I was doing Uber and Lyft. It kind of hurts you. It hurts you in the long run, because Uber and Lyft is not going to be sustainable for a full-time income. You know, it won't. It won't, because think about it. You work full-time for Uber, Lyft. Yeah, you make X amount of dollars each year, but yet you writing off all these expenses because, one, you have to remember, even if you made $50,000, let's say you made $55,000 a year full-time doing Uber and Lyft. If you have not paid about $7,000 worth of taxes out of pocket quarterly or more, depending on your circumstances, because everyone's circumstances are different, then you're going to put yourself in a bind where most of your income is eaten up by expenses anyway. You know, most of it's going to be eaten up in car repairs, gas, and a whole bunch of other things. And then if you're wanting to buy a car, say you know what, after 2 years, 3 years, it's time for you to buy another car. Most companies or car dealerships, they may sell you a car, but they're going to say, okay, show us your income. You say, well, I drive Uber and Lyft. Then Lyft still has the leasing program. And that's one thing I don't agree with. I do not agree with leasing no car to do no Uber Lyft. It's too much. It's way too expensive per month. You end up spending way too much money in the long run to lease the car, when you could just buy a used car and buy a good used car and write the whole cost off yourself through depreciation. You know, you don't have to buy a new car, but if you so happen to have to buy a new car and you can get a good price, you could write that whole thing off too. But that's a whole new topic that I'm going to discuss in my tax tips business. And I'm going to start revamping my website, and I'm going to start my blog again. So I miss doing that. So working from home jobs, go to that website, because I had applied for a work at home job to work at Jackson Hewitt. Jackson Hewitt is hiring hundreds and hundreds of reps across the country. And I came across it from that website I mentioned, and you work from home, taking calls for Jackson Hewitt and chat rooms. So when people go online, they're looking for people to work there. So they sent me a message the other day telling me to send them my computer specifications and I take a picture of my home office, and I can't remember how much they paid, but they must have paid pretty good. Now it's seasonal during tax season, of course. So right around this time of the year, TurboTax. You know, I did TurboTax last year when I was working for Live Ops. They're looking for people. They most likely be looking for people to take calls. But I didn't like the way how they did that whole training thing. I didn't like how, you know, they had all these major technical issues, and they had a contract, and I had lost money. Do you still have that laptop from that company? Yep, still do. Sitting in the drawer. I don't know when Amazon's going to call me and ask for that thing back. It's still in the drawer, Lynn. So I could mail it back and just say, here you go, but I'm gonna keep it until they say something. They must don't want it. So I still got that laptop, and that laptop is only for Amazon too. So I'm gonna keep it. I can't use it. I can't use it because it's only specified for Amazon. So when I turn it on, it's strictly to use their system. Now, since my profile is disabled, I can't do nothing with it anyway, you know, unless I take it to somebody who knows how to configure it and all that stuff. They have to take out the memory board, take out the card, and, you know, and put a brand new one in it. But for now, I'm just going to keep it. And then if Amazon ever decides to hire, no, it's going to cost me more just for them to do that. Besides, it's a Chrome. It's a Chrome notebook. It's not even a laptop. It's some little small Chrome notebook.
In 2005, I had an MRI. It revealed the early signs of breast cancer. I had a double mastectomy.
I can't use it, and if I can't use it for anything else, I'm just going to keep it, because if they ever decide to hire people in Georgia to work from home customer service again, at least I know I have the computer and I could just simply use it to log on to their system. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna keep it and wait. because when I left Amazon, I told them I resigned. I said, you know, I told them the training was, you know, they said training was 4 weeks. They try to put you on the phone after 1 week of training. You know, I started on a Monday. They wanted you to be on the phone on Saturday, and they wanted you to finish all of those lessons. They wanted you to complete. They didn't care how you completed. They just want you to click, click, click just to move on, just to get on the phone. I'm like, no. I said, how am I supposed to go to training? Okay, I hear a lot of paper rattling. What y'all do? Wait a minute. Let me see what this cat's doing. Oh, they simply playing. Hey, all this all paper rattling and stuff. That's the somehow or another, that damn Mittens she got a hold of a plastic bag, playing with it. You know, these cats, boy, I swear, I bought these little toys for them. You think they play with it? Nope. But let me put a plastic bag or some kind of straw or newspaper. They'll play with that. They will play with that before anything else. Or if I was drinking some soda or drinking something, it was a bottle, empty bottle, and the bottle was on the counter, somehow they'll jump on the table, knock the bottle off, and play with that. They don't play with the ball. They don't play with nothing. Do you have a toy man? They don't even play with that. I had bought one of those little play mouse. You think they play with that? Nope. They don't play with that. They'll play with regular stuff. A box. I have a shoe box somewhere. They'll play in that. Paper. They'll play with paper. They don't play with toys. I don't even know. I ain't buying no toys for them. I get me some old newspaper or plastic bag. Even a straw. Somehow or another I had a straw and they saw that straw and they started playing with it. So I'm like, no fake announcing nothing for them. But yeah, so I'm gonna take a picture of my home office sometime tonight and do that test on my laptop and then send it off to Jackson Hewitt. Exactly, smaller the better. So they don't be playing with no regular stuff. They do not play with regular toys. So, but so far, you know, everything's working out. We have all these different type of tests and assessment tests to take. So I just don't worry about it, because people in my class, they be like, what's gonna be the test? What's gonna be this and what's that? I said, oh Lord, they said it's gonna be open book. I mean open computer. You know, just pay attention. And they act like they never went to. They act like they never took tests before. I'm like, golly, I said, y'all act like you never took a test before. You know, it ain't that. You know, I ain't saying it'll be easy or hard, but the way I look at it, all those people that started before I did, you know, I asked my former coworker. She was like, "Oh, it's open book. You know, it ain't that bad. They make it more worse than it needs to be. You know." This show was so funny. Can y'all watch this show? Look, let me show you TV.
I think once I learn all the songs,
Y'all watch that show? It's so funny. Oh, Lord. Yeah, thanks, Lynn.
Hey guys. Hey. I saw you're in Portland. My parents broke up.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Like I said, I still need to do these gig jobs though, but it's just a matter of getting myself back into it again. And like I was saying, Zifty, they've been busy. I got it. You know, they've been sending emails like yesterday. Was it Monday? Like Monday, they would say, we busy. We need people, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday, you know, I mean, they were paying extra $20, but this was during lunchtime. So, of course, I couldn't do it. But they've been busy. Even Amazon, we're busy. Because a lot of people, who wants to go all the way to Lawrenceville, go all the way to Smyrna, and then if they so busy, they don't act like they're busy. How you gonna pay $54 for 3 hours just to drive to Brazelton, Alpharetta, Lawrenceville, downtown Atlanta? I mean, you'll be pulled all over the place, and they're not even trying to pay. See, a lot of people, you know, shoot. See, a lot of people, they just recycling new people. After a while, they get a bunch of people that do it, and when they realize the BS involved, they don't hardly do it as much anymore. And then they got other people who hear about it. Oh, let me do it too. Shoot. Like I said, gas is $2.70-something. And if I filled up my car yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before that? It was like $40. And I still didn't even get all the way to the F. I was like, what the hell? Now, if gas was $2.20-something or in the low $2 range, yeah, I could probably fill up my gas for $40. But I remember one time, 2 years ago, when prices of gas was $3, almost $4, it was $65 to fill up my car. I was like, hell no. It was like, ooh. I was like, damn. I shouldn't have got no Kia. But I was like, it had nothing to do with the Kia. It was just the price of the gas. Do I use gas reward cards? Yeah, but they ain't worth nothing. I mean, what? An extra $2, 10 cents off. It ain't that much. Only I got a Speedway. You know, they get those points and stuff where you get points and you get a free food item from the Speedway or whatever. But nothing spectacular. Most of the time, like I said, you know, they'll give you an extra 5 cents off or whatever. But you know, it ain't that much. I mean, it may add up a little bit, but not really. You know, extra $3, you know. But not really. Now I know sometimes Bank of America, they'll give you cash back, but it's like you have to approve, you know, they have to approve your credit, you know, to get that type of rewards. But in terms of getting like 2% cash back and all that stuff, you know, I had so many different cash rewards for different things, for purchases. You know, I got one for Ibotta, and I got ones for what's the other one? Ibotta and Fetch Rewards. And Fetch Rewards, you know, I get points and I could buy gift cards. Ibotta, IBOTTA, I get cash. So far I've been scanning my receipts for different things. I think I'm almost at $50. So, and that's only been like a few months, you know. So that's a way to make extra, that's a way to get extra little bit of money, you know, to buy different gift cards and things like that. And I don't buy Christmas cards, and I don't buy Christmas gifts for family members, you know. I don't have any children and nieces and nephews, you know. I don't hardly see them, and when I do see them, they act like I'm a random stranger or something. I don't know. That's a whole new video altogether. Do they got Zaxby's where y'all live? Because they've been promoting these Zaxby's sandwiches. Look at these. Uh-oh. Dang it. Zaxby's been advertising